Hello, Brigadiers and Brigadettes and hockey fans alike. This is your captain speaking. Welcome to my channel. Now let's jump into some hockey content. Hello everybody, happy Christmas Eve. I was not expecting to put a video out at this time, but because of my reverse retro unboxing video, I'm going to have to put one out for Christmas Eve, but that's alright because it is pre-recorded. We actually did it December 23rd. So, we're just going to move right on into this, and if you are watching this on Christmas Eve, happy Christmas Eve. If not, still like the video please, and subscribe. And we're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens today. Number one, are the Canadiens a dark horse? If you looked up the definition of confusing in the dictionary, the definition right next to it, and the picture right next to it, if you looked all that up, and you looked at the picture, it'd have a picture of the Canadiens logo. This team has made some interesting moves this offseason, and I have no idea where this team's headed. Let's take a look at some of the moves that GM Marc Bergevin has made this offseason. So to start off, he signs Jeff Petrie to a 4-year, $25 million extension. I understand this extension, but I'm not super confident this will look good in 4 years. Petrie's a two-way defenseman that provides value on both ends of the ice, more so on the offensive side than the defensive side. But he's 33, he's logged a lot of minutes in his career. I know he's found his offensive groove in Montreal, but again, giving this kind of extension to a defenseman that's 33 and logged a lot of ice time during his career, that's something that I'm a little skeptical about. We'll see how it plays out. Again, I'm not saying any of these will always be bad. Then he traded Max Domi and a third-round pick for Josh Anderson, then signed Anderson to a 7-year, $38.5 million contract. I was visiting family when this trade went down, and I thought it was a steal for the Blue Jackets then. And then Bergevin decided to give Anderson a contract that big. I just opened my mouth and I said, wow. Trust me, I've watched a lot of Anderson when he was in Columbus, and I get what people see with the upside. He can hit, fight, score, really do whatever you need him to do. However, this is a big gamble by Mark. And for me, the only thing that I really hate about this contract, if I have to be completely honest, is just the length of it. Anything over 5 years is a big risk, and with Anderson coming off an injury and having a down year with that injury, that's just a gamble. Then he gave Victor Mete a 1-year, $735,000 extension. I actually really like this move for the Canadiens because the Canadiens really have no idea what to do with Mete, so they've got to give him another year to test it out, see what they want to do with him. I can tell you right now he's worth $735,000 more than that. And I can guarantee you he's been worth more than that every single year of his career. Sorry, I hit the mic. And I'd be super interested to see him paired with Alexander Radulov for the third pairing. I know you normally don't see two young defensemen together like that, but I'd really love to watch it. I'm not sure how the blue line is going to be put together because they have added Joel Edmondson, and I know that, they could rock the lineup of 11 forward, 7 defensemen. I'm not sure how it's going to play out in Montreal. I'll be curious to see how that plays out, but the Victor Mete deal, I like that. Then he signed Tyler Toffoli to a 4-year, $17 million deal. Now this deal I loved. The Canadiens get experience and capable goal scoring to help the team out, and then they get him for cheap. I'll miss him in Vancouver, but at the end of the day, they're going to get a 20-goal scorer that has been in those big moments, that has won a Stanley Cup in 2014, that has literally been in the biggest show that you can be in. And for a Canadiens team that's got some young pieces, it definitely helps to have a guy of that caliber. Then they traded a third-round pick for Jake Allen and a seventh-round pick. They traded a third-round pick for Jake Allen and a seventh-round pick. Excuse me, I got confused by that. Then gave him a 2-year, $5.75 million contract extension. I don't like this move because they gave up a third-round pick for a 30-year-old goalie that before last year is just coming off 2 bad seasons in a row. Now, with that said, he did have a good season in a limited role, but I don't understand how Mark instantly gave him an extension, but at least only be stuck with him for 3 years if things go wrong. But things could go right as well. I think if they have him in a limited role, he will be better than if he was a starter. Luckily, they have Carey Price, so they're pretty set in net. Then they gave Brendan Gallagher a 6-year, $39 million extension. Now, I really don't like deals over 5 years. And this deal takes Gallagher through age 34, but it's top-heavy, so if he can provide offense like that he's been providing the past 3 years for 4 more years, then the last 2 years of the deal will be bearable because it is so top-heavy. All in all, I think this contract could have been a lot worse, so I think this was a good contract by him because it's not one of those things that once he's 33 and not able to put up that production, if that's the case, that he's unmovable. I could see the Canadiens miss the playoffs or make the Eastern Conference Finals. This team's so hard to figure out. That's why I think that they are more of a wild card than anything. Now, the second question is rest Carey or ride Carey. Carey Price is a goalie that's been fairly dominant since his career began, and he's really only had one bad season, which came in the 2017-18 season. Carey's starting to get up there in age, I'm not going to lie to you, but we've seen what he can do when his game is on. During the regular season last year, Carey's stats were 27, 25, and 6, with a 2.79 goals against average and a .909 save percentage with 4 shutouts. Nothing crazy, but again, it could be much worse. Then Carey just decided to turn it on in the postseason, 5-5 record, 1.78 goals against average, a .936 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. He's the main reason why I think the Canadiens can get to the conference finals. Because even if he's having a bad season, he can just flip the switch just like that, and then suddenly the other team's going to score 4 goals in the next 3 games. I think they should try to give Price some more rest, and then if Allen can handle that load and, do his part, do his share, maybe not to the point where in a normal 82-game season they're splitting it, but maybe Allen gets, whatever would be left if Carey started 50, 55 games. So that way that it keeps them both fresh, but Allen's still a backup. The only thing I worry about is Allen playing poorly and then Carey having to start a bunch of games like Kim Talbot did a few years back in order to get Montreal in the playoffs. Now we have the third and final question, and that is 2021 Nick Suzuki's year? Suzuki's only played 1 year, but I swear I'm the biggest hype man for him. I watched only probably about 10 Canadiens games last year, but I just kept noticing Suzuki, and it wasn't for his offense, and which is weird for a really young player. Suzuki is already a skilled defensive player, and to just have a player that young that is so skilled defensively is really special. 46.3% of his zone starts were defensive. You usually don't see that, as you don't trust a rookie or a younger player to make some of those, to be in that position defensively. And you do this, so normally for a rookie, you give them more offensive time so they can figure out their game and figure out how to play defense. The thing is, Suzuki dominates possession. He outshoots his opponents by a wide margin. He limits goals allowed, scoring chances, and high danger chances. Then we have Suzuki's offensive game, where he put up .58 points per game and at around 16 minutes played per game last year. I expect his time of ice to go up, and with that I expect his point totals to go up as well. I think this year is going to be the year that even casual hockey fans learn who Nick Suzuki is, and I know he's getting a lot of Patrice Bergeron comparisons. I don't know, I'm not going to go there yet because I don't know what the offensive game is going to look like in the defensive game. He's still got plenty of time to grow, but regardless, he's going to be a very good two-way player for the Canadiens. Hopefully. Sorry, my mic started to slide down weird. Anyway, he's going to be a very good player for the Canadiens for a very long time, as long as they're able to keep him. And regardless, this is a very special two-way player. If you are just a casual hockey fan, learn his name, because by the end of this year, you should know who it is. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up. Happy Christmas Eve. I will see you Saturday. We are going to keep rolling with these. We're going to churn all these out before December 13th. Everybody, stay safe from COVID. Have a great Christmas Eve. Goodbye, Brigadiers and Brigadettes, and hockey fans in general. This is your captain signing off. Have a great week.